Raise your hand if you have been wearing the same perfume for the last 20 years or so, like I have. Now that I'm over 50, I'm trying something new. It is time. It is time to try something new. And today we are talking about perfume. But don't turn away. I know we don't typically talk about perfume on Wisdom and Bloom, and we're not turning this into some kind of perfume channel. It's about change, and it's about getting out of your own way and not being in a rut. So here's the thing about wearing the same perfume for 20 years or so, like I have been doing. I have been wearing Clinique Happy, which I still love. Clinique Happy is a lovely perfume. It's like a floral, I want to say fruity-ish scent. It's very bright and it's happy. It's like it's very bright. It's very fresh, and I love happy. You can see the dent in. I've learned this new phrase. We'll talk more about it, but I've learned this new phrase dent. So you can see more than half of this is gone because I love happy. I've been wearing it for a long time. But I was traveling abroad early this year, and my husband has sent me a list of things that I can do, a list of activities that might be fun in this country. And one of them was visiting a perfume factory. Now, I didn't get to visit the perfume factory, that's a whole nother story. But what it did do was actually get me to thinking about the fact that I had been wearing the same perfume for 20 years. And why was I wearing the same perfume for 20 years? And this is what happens when you have been wearing the same thing for 20 years. It kind of becomes invisible to you. Like you don't even notice that you're doing it anymore. Has that happened to you? Like there's something you've been doing for so long that is just kind of a part of you and you don't even think about it anymore. And when it comes to scents and perfumes, people associate you with that perfume. And I started to think too, do I want to continue to be associated with happy? Like there's nothing wrong with it. As I said, I love happy. But is this who I am now? Is this my signature perfume now? Is this Do I even need a signature perfume? Right? Maybe I'm at a stage in my life where I don't even want a signature perfume. I want to smell different all the time. And it has taken me down this kind of crazy rabbit hole of perfumes and learning about perfumes and finding out all the different perfumes that are available and the different some of the different brands of perfumes. And so I'm thinking, like, what else have I been doing that I've always done, right? So it was kind of deeper than perfume. This is deeper than perfume. So come with me on this journey as we talk about perfume, we talk about a brand, we talk about a few scents, but also start thinking about areas in your life where you've gotten like super super comfortable and you hadn't considered, is this me anymore? Does this still fit me? And it can be as small as perfume or it can be as big as maybe the job that you do. We have to continue to allow ourselves permission or give ourselves permission to change and to evolve, especially as we get older, when people think that we've kind of like hit a wall and everything is downhill. We're not getting any better with age. We're just kind of stuck where we are, and we're not. So today we are going to talk about change through two Brown Girl Jane, using two Brown Girl Jane perfumes. Okay. Um, and Brown Girl Jane is a brand that's owned by two women. I believe they're sisters. And it's sold in Sephora, but I purchased these scents from their website directly. I had purchased Casablanca from Sephora as a travel size. So this is Casablanca. And I loved it so much, I purchased the full size. And when I purchased the full size, I thought I would try their newest fragrance, which is called Chalet. So the newest fragrance is called Chalet. So let's unbox it. Let's unbox them. Let's talk about how they smell. And then as we're talking about how they smell, we're also going to talk about change. Just bear with me because, like I said, I'm still new to perfumery. I mean, I know, I'm new to like the terminologies and all of that. So they have the top notes, which is what you smell kind of as soon as you spray it. Then they have the middle notes that come in behind the top notes, and then they have the base notes, which are the lingering notes. So I have learned that much. Um, And Casablanca. So I'm not going to read the notes. What I want to do is I want to talk about like what it feels like why I like this smell. Because for me, it's more about why is this so difficult to get out? Okay. So for me, this is more. Oh, I get it out from the bottom. Okay. So for me, this is not necessarily about like, the notes. It's more about what it feels like when I smell it for me. Because I could tell you like, okay, so let me spray it and then I'll tell you. Oh, it's so nice. So as I mentioned, I had ordered the travel size of this, and it just really um let's see. I always see people do this in the perfume um videos. You see the mist and all this stuff. Oh, it's so pretty. So right away, I get like a sweetness and I get a spice. And then as it sits, it kind of reminds me of like a warm, I don't know if you've all ever been to a spice market, but it reminds me of walking through a spice market with like a chai tea. So it's very warm, um, but it's also sweet and it's spicy at the same time, but it's very comforting. But that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of kind of walking through a spice market with a warm cup of like chai tea in your hand. And it's a, like a sweet milky tea, and it's continuing to kind of like waft, and it just brings like a warm hug to you. So I love this scent. I know it has notes of marshmallow, cardamom, incense, musks, vanilla accord. So that's probably where like the sweetness comes in and the warmth. And it doesn't say that it has any tea in it, but maybe that's where the cardamom and the saffron come in for me. But that's how I feel when I smell this scent. And the other one that I ordered was the travel size of Chalet. And Chalet is their newest scent. And it came actually with this card, which is super cute. So it came with this card. And on the back, they have girl dinner. You're invited to a girl dinner at the Chalet. And then each course are the different notes. So they have first course, which are the top notes, second course, which are the middle notes, and third course, which are the base notes. And so I've sprayed this before. The thing I love about this, okay, let me get back to also change. I don't want to get too far away because I get like wrapped up in the perfumes too. Because I love smelling good, and scents always bring me back to so many great memories. Um, but the thing about change that I wanted to draw a line to with this perfume and this scent in particular is that this scent has a champagne accord. Okay, so 20 years ago, when I was falling in love with my Clinique Happy, I do not recall ever hearing about a champagne accord in perfume. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, in 2000, were there champagne accords in perfume? And it actually smells like champagne. Like it smells like fizzy and kind of bubbly. I would never have guessed that you can have a champagne accord in a perfume where something smells fizzy and bubbly. So anyway, you spray this and you get the like chocolate kind of right away, and then you get this like champagne like fizziness. But for me, it's still mostly like a dark chocolate. It's like a dark chocolate, like a deep chocolate. A cocoa is what I smell. Um, when I wear this. Now, for both of these scents, I will say they don't last super long on me, but I've learned that scents don't last on me. Again, through this journey, this is what I've learned. Um, and when I say not long, I would say maybe like 4 to 5 hours. They'll most scents last on my skin, and then after 4 to 5 hours, some of them I can still smell if I kind of like dig my nose into my skin. But many I have to, like spray again. And it's most scents. I gotta be honest. So I don't know if there's any chemist out there who can tell me about body chemistry and like why that is for me. But it just is, and I've just gotten used to it. But as far as Chalet goes, I would say this is it's a chocolate scent. Like it's a real chocolate scent. as it dies down, it just becomes kind of like a deep uh musky scent to me. But this is a sexy scent, okay, ladies. If you are looking for something where you don't need it to last for super long, okay, because as I said, they don't last long on me. Maybe you have a special night coming up. You know what I'm saying? You got a special night coming up with your man, your woman, whoever, and you want to smell sexy. You want to smell edible. You want to smell delicious. You want that person to get closer to you and be like, "What are you? You smell so good. You smell delicious. You smell yummy, right?" They want to eat you up. This is a very sexy scent to me. This is something you can wear um, on a date, night, when you're snuggling. If your significant other really likes chocolate, this is a chocolate scent. I didn't even know they had chocolates in scents. I mean, it's just been an amazing discovery. So I would recommend both of these. I would recommend Chalet and I would recommend Casablanca. Just knowing that they don't last super long. Of the two, Casablanca is still my favorite. It's just such a unique scent. Maybe as I'm continuing to research and learn, I'll find out there's more spicy scents out there. There's more scents that smell kind of like a tea or whatever. Even though there's no tea note listed, that's what it reminds me of. Um, but this is still my favorite. I love it, and it's just so warm, and it just makes me feel good. And throughout the day, when I used to have the travel size, if I didn't smell it anymore, I would just spray it. I love supporting Black owned brands. I love supporting any minority brands, but especially Black owned brands, especially women owned brands. And it is something that I have been very dedicated to, I would say, here, at least in the last 2 years. It's something I would do from time to time before, but now it's something I definitely focus on. I know people who have started small businesses and who are women or who are Black, and I know how challenging it can be from them. And so now I'm committed. I'm committed to finding good businesses and great service and supporting them. So I suggest you do the same. So now let's bring it back to why I thought this would be a great topic for a Wisdom and Bloom episode. One of the things that I've learned is that we can continue to try new things as we get older. I know sometimes we get into a place where we don't feel like we need to try anything new. Like we've been doing the same thing, we get comfortable with the same thing, whether it's a perfume, whether it's a job, whether it's how our bedroom is set up, right? And we don't want to do anything different that might push us a little bit out of our comfort zone. And I want to say that it can actually be fun. It can actually be fun to do something new, to do something different. Like for me, going down this rabbit hole and learning about clean brands and Black owned brands of perfume, like was crazy to me. It wasn't anything I even ever thought I would stumble upon. And it's just been an amazing discovery and it's been fun. We can have fun in new and different and unexpected ways. So that's one lesson I've learned. Another thing I've learned is that it actually feels good to get out of your rut, to get out of doing the same things over and over again just because. And now I don't even know when I would wear Clinique Happy. Like, I think I might have worn it to bed once or twice now since I've started discovering these other perfumes. But to me, it doesn't even really have a place for me anymore as a scent for me now where I am. It just doesn't fit me as a scent that I would wear like day to day, as a scent that I want someone to say, "Hey, what are you wearing?" And I'm like, "Oh, you happy?" No, no, no. It's still fine. It's still lovely, but it doesn't fit me as kind of like my day to day scent anymore. And and I like that. Like that feels good. It feels good to say to myself, "Hey, Kamisha, you can actually choose differently now, something small like a perfume and still kind of get excited about it. Like, oh, what perfume am I gonna wear today? How am I gonna smell today? Right? Instead of kind of feeling like, oh, it's the same old, right? Another thing I've learned is that there's so many really cool Black owned brands out there, and there's so much innovation that is happening, especially like I said in perfume. Like, who knew you can smell like chocolates? You can smell like champagne. So I encourage you to get out and learn more about the minority businesses in your community. If you're a buy local, buy small person, find out what they are in your community as well. And the last thing I would say about my perfume journey is that, ladies, it is never too late to change and evolve. We can reinvent ourselves at any age, at any time. And don't be afraid to do it. I know it can be hard. I know it can be challenging. I know it can be very, very scary. I mean, I'm a person who not only am I in a new era for my perfumes, I'm in a whole new career that I never thought I would find myself in. And there are days when I question, what am I doing there? But I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way. So I would challenge you to try something new, see what happens. You might be surprised by what you discover about yourself. So now it's your turn. I want you to drop in the comments what new thing you're trying, what new thing you've tried over 40, over 50. Um, it could be a new perfume. I don't know. Maybe you have a perfume story. If you have a perfume story, we'd love to hear your perfume story. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's something totally different that you are trying that's new, or something you're considering trying and you need maybe some encouragement about it. So put it in the comments. Um, let's talk about it. If you liked this video and you liked us talking about trying new things, because we're trying new things here on Wisdom and Bloom, right? We're not becoming a perfume channel. I don't want you to think we're becoming a perfume channel, because we are not. But we are talking about new things that are and how they relate to us women over 40, over 50. Okay? So if you like this content, subscribe, like all the things, share, and we will see you soon. Keep blooming, ladies.